And then like I tried to deny it, and I was like, well, I should call her back. Maybe it's serious. So like, yeah, sorry for the disruption. But I finished powdering the center of my face with the sponge, and then I put a stripe of powder down my nose. That's how I like to highlight my nose versus like contouring it. And now I need to set the rest of my foundation with some powder. Now this foundation is pretty full coverage, and I love the shade of it, and it kind of does set down a little bit. So I'm just going to use this Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder, and it's translucent because I don't want to add any additional coverage. I don't want to add any color to it. I just want to set it so that it doesn't have that like slightly like tacky sticky feel, because I don't like that. And I'm using this Real Techniques Instapop face brush, I think, or Flawless face brush. I love this brush because it's angled and it's big and it's kind of dense, so it really just presses the powder into the skin and makes setting the rest of my face really fast and really easy. So yeah, let me just finish powdering my face, powdering my face. And I think it's been probably 10 minutes. I can take this scarf off my head. All right, so that really just set everything down, smoothed everything out. Yes, now my face no longer feels powdery. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off and we'll see. Of course, see, this is why I don't lay my edges. What is this? What are those? It's literally like, this is has its own curls in it. Wow, it's just doing its own thing. This is why I don't really lay my edges. All right, I'm taking my foundation brush and now I'm gonna blend where I've applied makeup with my edges and the natural color of my scalp, just so there's not that line of demarcation. So I just tap over the area with the foundation brush, whatever foundation's left in it, to bring those two together, to make sure there's, like I said, no line of demarcation. Well, I will tell you that they are pretty set in place, but like this side got all curly and like swirly. It's not smooth. Like it's not, they're not perfect by any means, but they're there. I'm not even gonna try and fix it, to be honest, because I don't care that much. I just love the way that the puff is looking. So nice. I'm gonna go kind of over the middle of my forehead too. All right, now that that's all nice and blended together, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I set that down with the Urban Decay powder. Yeah, just make sure that area is not tacky at all. Cool story. All right, all right, all right, all right. Cute. So I am gonna go in with a little bit of bronzer, I think, just to add a little bit of like shape to the face, a little bit of color, dimension, all of those fun things. Just a little bit. And I'm gonna use my Benefit Hoola Toasted, because it's a little bit more on the neutral side for a bronzer, and I really like that for certain looks. I'm just going to use this really cheap brush from, I'm pretty sure, Amazon, that's kind of breaking at the ferrule. I'm just going to apply some of this bronzer. And I'm applying kind of on my cheekbone, as you can see, but letting the brush also hug a little bit underneath it. I find that I like applying my bronzer a little bit higher. You can also see my two little pimples that are trying to come through. And I'm pretty sure that's from wearing my hair down over my like forehead, because I don't normally do that. And that side of my face got aggravated and didn't like it. But it's all good. Yeah, I'm on the last episode of Bridgerton for this season. If it has 8 episodes, I'm on episode 8. I didn't start it yet. I plan to finish the show today, though. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of the bronzer across the top of my forehead, over my edges, just a little bit. And then I'm going to take some down the sides of my nose, on the bottom, in here, going into the eyebrow area with this bronzer. I really like it a lot. Love the tone of it. All right, and that's it for skin, I think. I don't think I want to wear any highlight today. Oh, I'm taking bronzer down here. I never usually put bronzer down there, but this brush is really soft. So I'm just rubbing it across my face. All right, okay, let's do the brows and the eyes and the lips. Probably gonna keep it really simple. I need to wipe off my nose ring, but I washed my face in the shower, so my normal face cloth is not wet. So let me dampen a portion so I can clean off my nose ring from foundation and powder. So it could be rose gold instead of brown. All right. All right, let's do the brows. I love the shade. The shade is so good for me. I need to wear this foundation more often, but it's just like, it's a little bit thicker and heavier, so I don't know, I'm kind of moving away from this texture of foundations, but I do love the coverage. I love the finish. I love how long wearing it is, but I like more thinner, but still good coverage foundations than this. For brows, we're going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pen. I've been loving brow pens to do my brows. I think I've talked about that. So we're going to use the shade Granite. I think it started to work. I used it a couple days ago. And then I'm just going to use this old Clinique mascara that I use as a brow gel. I love how dark my hair is too. I love my hair like pitch black, and I'm glad it's still really, really black. I like myself with really dark, dark, dark black hair. I box dye my hair black like every 6 months or so, like twice a year, once a year sometimes, depending on how much sun I get, which I didn't get a lot because the sun bleaches my hair. My hair gets lighter in the sun, and you can tell like it gets visibly lighter in the sun. And I don't like that because it turns like a reddishy kind of coppery color, and I don't like that because I feel like it's too close. Like when my hair is that dark reddish brown, really dark brown, but like, I don't know, that tint, I feel like it's too close to my skin tone. And I like the contrast of having pitch dark black hair with my skin. I think it's really, really pretty. All right, now that we've got the brows kind of pre-shaped, I'm gonna go in with the brow pen. I thought the lighting has changed. Is that better? No? That? Yeah, that's okay. Y'all have seen me do my brows 1,000 times. I'm more so excited to play with the palette and do a nice neutral look. I also need to drink my water. Drink my water. Make haste. Children, make haste. I'm so dead at the people like The commentary on Bridgerton is absolutely hilarious from like some of my friends, some of the stuff they said, and most of them are teachers. I have a lot of friends that are teachers, and like, I'm gonna start telling my kids to make haste. Instead of telling them to hurry up or you need to be a little faster, tell them to make haste. The language is funny, but yeah, I like the show. It's I don't know, I just really wanted to see. I started watching it. I forgot to finish that whole thought. I started watching it because I wanted to see what happened to the Black characters, and like, since it is like a period piece, like how they were going to change it and alter it to be like inclusive and diverse. I was very curious to see like how they did all that. And so it's been interesting. It's been interesting. I could definitely see it being the kind of show like I stopped watching though, like after 2 seasons. Welcome back, Susie. So we'll see how long I stay a fan of the show. I had a phone call and then like I had to go and then I had to come back, so it wouldn't let me pick up where I left off, and then I had to turn off my Wi-Fi and turn it back on, and now we're here. Yo, okay, I don't like the way that looks, but we'll hopefully blend it out. Yeah, that's the only thing about the brow pen, like it can look a little harsh at times. So I really gotta concentrate. Yeah, I got a phone call and I tried to call her back, and then I tried to stop the video and then like come back, and it didn't work. It didn't work, but it's okay. I was like, I'll just restart. So I finished my base and my face makeup, which I didn't really add too much more. I just finished powdering like the center of my face with the sponge, where you said, whoa, that's a lot of powder, but I really press it in so it doesn't look like it. Like now if you look at my face, like it doesn't look powdery at all. Even in person, like it doesn't look powdery. But like I blend it in really well. Like I press it into the skin, and then I used a translucent powder, a pressed translucent powder, the Urban Decay one, to set the rest of my face. And then I used some Benefit Hoola Toasted Bronzer, which I really like, on the bridge of my nose, you know, where you put bronzer. And then I started doing my eyebrow. So that's where we're at now. And I'm done with one brow, about to finish up this other brow. And then we're going to do the eyes with the Nars Claudette palette. Look how cute the packaging is. And this is just a neutral palette, like a deeper neutral palette in my opinion. So I'm really excited to play with that, do a really quick look, because I need to get dressed and get on the road. I need to leave by 12, like 12:30. And I have, of course, no idea what time it is because I don't have a clock in here. And because I record on my phone, I can't look at the time at the same time while recording. So I'll figure all that out in a little bit. But yeah, someone from church was calling me, asking me to do something for church. Oops. I made a mistake, but I just fixed it. So yeah, I'm excited to do it. Oh no, baby. My eyebrow. All right, we have slightly 2 different shapes. This one came out way better this time than this side. This one's like a little bit thicker. It's more wonky because I accidentally went too low underneath. That's okay. I might try to make them even-ish. With this pen. Like the arch just isn't the same on this brow as this brow, but they're not too different if you're not really studying my face. which no one is probably going to be doing that. So we're just going to leave it at that. Yes, that should be fine. Make haste, children. I'm so dead at that. I can't believe when my friend said that. So she's gonna start saying to her kids at school. That really made me laugh. Like, all the language in Bridgerton is just really funny to me. It's just interesting. I find language super fascinating. Even if it is like different versions of the English language and like dialects and accents and all that stuff, I find super fascinating, especially as somebody who's lived multiple places. Hearing the different colloquialisms that people use, I find it all super interesting and fun. All right, my brows are done. I like the way they look. They look decent enough for me. They are very dark, but I used granite, which is the darkest shade. I think I probably will stick with ebony in the future, but I'm not mad at it. I'm just gonna lightly brush over / around them very lightly. All right, let's get into eyeshadow. Again, this is the Nars Claudette palette. It looks like... I've never tried Nars eyeshadow, which is why I wanted to try this one, because I figured it'd be a great traveling everyday palette. It looks like this. Those are the 6 shades. So let's go with the orange first. I'm gonna do like a typical eye look I would normally do. Do I want that brush? No, let's do this brush. All right, this is the It's My Ray Ray and BH Cosmetics collaboration number 6 brush. This is one of my favorite go-to brushes. There's also a really nice mirror in this palette. Mirror on the wall. But yeah, I've never used NARS eyeshadows, so I was curious to see like how they blend and stuff and how they felt and how they work. And so far, so good. This is super pigmented. I'm gonna use this kind of as like a transition shade. I'm putting it all throughout my crease. And on the outer V area of my eye. I kind of want to keep this look super duper 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 simple, so and not too complex or like bold or flashy, like really really simple. So I think I have a course of action. Also, it helps that it's only 6 shades, you know. It kind of doesn't limit you, but like you don't get decision fatigue. I know I can get that sometimes, like, wow, this is a lot of colors, I can do a lot of things, but you know, sometimes you just want to keep it simple and like have the look kind of pre-made for you with the palette that you choose. Do you see what is this foolery that my edges did over here? I didn't do that. Whatevs. I tried. Doesn't look bad, but it's like, I don't know. I'm like a slight perfectionist, but not really, but kind of, but not really. But kind of, you know? Can you relate? Can you relate? It's not that serious, but it's like, if I can fix it, I will try. But then some days I'm just like, nah, it's good. How do you prevent fallout? I don't know. I never get fallout. Like, I just don't get fallout. I just don't usually get fallout. And if I do, it's only a little bit. And because I'm a base before eyes person and I set my face with so much powder, I can just literally just brush it away with a fluffy brush like this, like a fluffy powder brush, and I can just go whoop, whoop, and the fallout is gone if I do get some. Also, I think higher quality eyeshadows just don't have as much fallout, but then sometimes they do because they're so pigmented. It just really depends. But yeah, I don't really get fallout. And you notice I prime my lids with my foundation, and if I have concealer, I put the concealer over my whole lids. And then I set my eyelids like I set the rest of my face. Like, I don't really treat my eyes as any differently. I don't use eyeshadow primer and all that usually. Very rarely, I should say. Seldomly. That's the word they would use on Bridgerton. Seldomly. All right, I really like this burnt orange shade. It's really pretty. It's really pretty by itself, but I am gonna put this middle, like softer shimmer on the lid. It's more satiny color. Let me show you this way. I feel like that was better. This middle shade, I'm gonna put that on my lid. Hopefully it's not too bright. No, this should be fine. I'm just gonna use my finger to blend it out. Yeah, it's definitely like a satin. It's pretty. I didn't want glitter. Yeah, this is Nars. I've never used their eyeshadows before, so I really wanted to feel them. I like it a lot. The texture, how they're blending, it's easy to work with. I like it a lot so far. But I use all sorts of eyeshadows. Juvia's Place, ColourPop, Nars, well now Nars, Viseart, Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath. Yeah. But I normally always apply my shimmers with my finger, and I feel like that helps to prevent fallout because, I don't know, like the warmth and like the oils from my finger really help to like press it in the skin, I feel. This is exactly what I'd like for a look today. I'm gonna layer up just a little bit more towards the base of my eyelid, just make sure that's nice and opaque, and then like just blending out the edges and softening up the edges. Really pretty. I'm gonna go back in with some of that orange to blend the edges. That first shade, transition shade. And then I'm gonna deepen it up a little bit with the darker brown in the palette, and I'm gonna use a smaller brush for this. Juvia's Place made me upset. Order 2 weeks ago, so I haven't shipped. Yeah, well, I wouldn't blame it on Juvia's Place. I would blame it on, if we're gonna place blame, the U.S. Postal Service and like FedEx. They're so backed up, y'all. They are so backed up with the mail. Like, my boyfriend ordered me something for Christmas on December the 4th, which happens to be my birthday, and it still hasn't come yet. A month later, he still hasn't received it. So, yeah, and it's coming from right here in South Carolina to Pennsylvania. I probably would have received it if he sent it from there to here where I live. Oh yeah, I'm using the darkest brown in the palette now just to add a little bit of depth in the outer V area. Oh yeah, well I'm sure DHL is even more backed up because they're like, right? Isn't DHL like more international? Because like doesn't Wish and stuff come from DHL? Sorry, I have buildup on my edges, so let me go ahead and dab that out because I can't stand. That's another reason I don't really lay my edges like that, because I can't stand when my edges are like white. I cannot do that. It bothers me. So I don't know. I feel like all of it, all the mail services are backed up. They're understaffed. They're overwhelmed because, you know, nobody really is. A lot of people are not leaving their homes to do their shopping, and they heavily relied on online shopping and online orders. So yeah, I can't even imagine like being in that profession, like how overwhelmed they are and like how much pressure there is, and people like getting angry at that person when it's not that person who's delivering it. It's not their fault. I always say thank you to them because like I know they're working hard. They've been working hard since last year. So when online orders started to like triple, quadruple due to COVIDisha. All right, I'm gonna go back to the orange shade now and blend around the edges of that darker brown because I don't want it to be too intense, and I really want the orange to more so peek through. So I'm gonna take some of that right around that outer V area. Perfect. And that is the eye look. Do I even want to put anything on my lower lash line? Sometimes I don't even want to put anything on my lower lash line. Sometimes I leave my lower lash line completely bare. We're going to mix together the dark brown and the orange. I'm just going to tap back and forth between the two and just smudge some of that along the lower lash line very lightly. I'm not going to do anything too intense. I'm using an eye shading brush, but like the tip of it. And like, I'm applying this very lightly across my lower lash line. Like, I barely want there to be any color down there. So I want to keep this look very soft, very daytime. And just really simple and effortless. Yeah, perfect. You probably can't even tell, but I did put a little bit of eyeshadow on the lower lash line. Do I want to highlight the inner corner? Yeah, we can highlight the inner corner. And for that, I'm going to use one of the more sparkly shades. And this little paintbrush, and I did dampen it with some water. And let's go in with the more golden one. Just because my nose ring is more gold, which people will see it when I eat, I guess. But then I'll have my mask on for the rest of the time. So just so that matches my nose ring a little bit, I'm going to put the gold, more glittery shade in the tear duct. With this little paintbrush. That's dampened, so I won't have any fallout. Thanks. This is like one of my go-to kind of like simple looks with this color story, and like my go-to like placement of shadows. Yeah, a lot of my looks only have like 2 or 3 shades. Like, yeah, I like that. That's pretty. I'll make sure that I blend. Yeah, and that really like makes it pop too. I like that. Fun times. All right, now for mascara, let's use a newer one that I've been trying out, and this is the Lancome Lancome Idol Lash. Tint Idol is the foundation, which I don't really have a perfect shade in, so I haven't worn it in years. I've had these. Yeah, normally, hey Kate, welcome. Normally Juvia's Place shipping for me has always been great. So, and fast, like really fast. But, and I think their warehouse is in New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. They ship from New Jersey. I live in South Carolina. And I usually don't have issues with their shipping, so I don't know. I did order a couple things from the Red and the Berries collection, but I sent it to my boyfriend's house because I thought it would come while I was up there for 8 days on vacation. So I ordered it before I left to Pennsylvania, and I was like, well, Pennsylvania and New Jersey are next to each other, so it would probably get there faster. And like while I was still there on my vacation for the holidays, then if I were to send it here, it might get to South Carolina before I got back to South Carolina, right? No, it actually came to his house literally like 2 or 3 days after I left. And I was there for 8 days. And I ordered it before I even flew up there. So yeah, they're a little bit slower now, but usually I don't have any issues with their shipping or their customer service or anything like that. Because also before I left, I ordered the Fumi palette and the Melissa palette, which I have sitting right here. And these were waiting at my door when I came back from Pennsylvania. So I don't know, like, if it's like certain states are more overwhelmed with like mail deliveries, or you know what the case is. I don't think it's necessarily Juvia's Place itself, but I don't know. I don't know. These are just speculations from a commoner. Yeah, I'm just going to keep building this mascara up. I didn't curl my lashes. I didn't prime them. I'm just going to wear the mascara today. I think it works really well, and it doesn't clump. And that was one of the claims on the box. It talked about being clump free, but it really lengthens. And I really like that, especially for this softer look. So I'm going to let that eye dry and come back to it. After we do lips, for lips, I'm probably just going to wear a lip gloss or something. I don't know. My lips aren't going to be showing except for when I'm eating, and I don't want anything high maintenance, to be honest. I want this to be like a more simple look. Also, let me check on the time. BRB. Oh, Lordy. All right, I'm doing decent on time. I need to hurry up and then get dressed and then leave so I can get there on time. trying not to be late. I'm usually early to stuff, but I don't know. I've been trying to not be as like prudent, rigid. I don't know. It's either I'm like super early or I'm like a few minutes late. And by a few minutes, I mean like 5 to 10. That's how I roll. I'm either 15 minutes to like 30 minutes early, or I'm rolling up 5 to 10 minutes late. Rarely do I ever make it to places right on time, or with only like a couple minutes to spare. I don't know why. That's just me. All right, yeah, I really like the brush on this mascara because it's curved and because you can really like grip your lashes and really get down to the base. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Can you see that? It's one of those ones that is like plastic with the spikies on it, but they don't hurt you. It's not painful at all, and I can really get down to the base of the lashes. But I feel like it really just grabs them to help lengthen them. All right, I'm gonna do a coat on the bottom lashes, go to lips, and then come back and do like a final round of mascara because I really want to build my lashes up. Since I don't like to wear falsies. I rarely wear falsies, like rarely. Not a falsies kind of girl. But yeah, I really like the Nars eyeshadow palette. My first impression is that it's really great. It's really easy to use. You could do like an intense darker look. Like you can do more a flashy shimmery look. You can do more of a satin look like what I did on my lids. There's some diversity to it. I think it works great on deeper skin tone, which is what I have. Yeah, I think it's a great like neutral, basic, everyday palette if you're in the market for that. And I love the size of it. It's great for travel, the size of it. So my first impression is that I really like it. And all the shades that I did use, which I used 4 shades, all 4 shades worked well and didn't give me any problems or any issues. And so I only have, what, 2 shades left to try. Yeah, 2 shades left to try. So maybe I'll use this palette again tomorrow. Yeah, I probably will actually. It is on the more pricey side though, but I think I had a coupon, that's why I got it. Like a Sephora, like $10 off thingy that I had. Yes, all right, I'm really liking this mascara. I like it a lot. A lot. All right, let's put something on the lips. Like I said, I think I'm just gonna do a gloss. I'm just gonna do a gloss. I need to put on my jewelry too. I think I want, do I want hoops or do I want dainty? I can't tell. I'm like, do I want hoops or do I want to be dainty? I'm telling you, watching Bridgerton, I'm gonna be talking different for a little bit and then it will fade away. I love the way they talk though. The way they speak, I should say. The way they speak in the show. Do I just want hoops? No, let's do my Beauty Within Ana Luisa collaboration earrings in this little bag. I really do like these earrings a lot. They're so cute. This is what they look like. They have a little flower. Chinese coin inspired design on them. I love that. I love this collection. I have the matching necklace as well. And I had the bracelet, but I lost the bracelet at a Black Lives Matter protest march situation. It's more of a march. It's a unity gathering, honestly, in the town where I live. Yes, I like those with my hair up. And then we'll do the necklace as well. And do I want it on the, yeah, I want it on that length, which is the shortest length. Never watched the show. It's, oh, you're from the Bahamas. Love that. Never been there. Never been. But yeah, it's interesting the way they speak. The show is very interesting. It is not for children. Let me point that out. Do not watch the show with your kids in the room unless you have adult kids. That's kind of the only thing that kind of like is like with the show. It's a little much sometimes. I be covering my dog's eyes sometimes, and you know she has 7 kids. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's the only like negative of the shows. Like it takes some really interesting turns, and it becomes more like another kind of entertainment than a TV show. I'll just say that. Y'all know where I'm going with that. So if you don't like all that, or if you just don't care for all that, some of it you might want to just like fast forward through. Yo, Waze is telling me I need to leave now. I'm not done, Waze. I'm still applying mascara. Okay, I just need to put on lip gloss and then I'm done. But yeah, I love the necklace and the earrings together. I think it's really cute, really soft, really dainty. And for my lips, what do I want to do for my lips? What do I want to do for my lips? Hey, what do I want to do for my lips? I'm going to do Fenty Beauty Hot Chocolate Gloss from the holiday collection from, 2019, I think? I have almost finished some of these, though. Like, they're almost empty. That makes me sad. Is Hot Chocolate one of the ones that's almost empty? There's still some left. Hot Chocolate Gloss Bomb. Really pretty. Yep, that's exactly what I want. To tie off the look, finish up the look. Is that dog hair? All right, so this is the completed look. I'll show y'all the natural light. It snowed here yesterday, but it's all gone because, you know, South Carolina. And it doesn't really stay super cold for long. This is the completed look in the natural light. The hair. You can see the puff. The skin. This side looks really good, really smooth. I don't have any acne on this side. You see the eye look. Really simple, really easy. The brows. I really love the way this makeup look came together. All right, I'm gonna show you my dog, and then I gotta go. Say hi, Nola. Hey, pretty girl. Did I wake you up from your nap? That's my dog. All right, I hope y'all have a safe and wonderful weekend. I might see y'all for another look with this palette tomorrow, and I will do something probably more shimmery and use the other 2 shades I didn't use today, if you're interested. And I probably will wear a different foundation, maybe a new one, maybe a mixture. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, this is my look. I'm gonna go get dressed and head out. Enjoy your day. Be safe. Stay in prayer, and show compassion, empathy, and kindness to those who are not like you. Bye.